Charlie Parsons, Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. It's been a week. I haven't caught up with you this week. You've been a busy man, Eddie.
Oh, right, yeah, is that
I've been
right?
pestering you.
You have? Oh, will we have a chance to sit down before the show? No.
You don't ask, you don't get.
Could we have a Zoom while you're in Guadalajara? No.
You don't ask, you don't get, right?
That's right. Anyway, go on, crack on. Because it's midnight and I'm leaving at 5 in the morning.
It is midnight and you are leaving at 5 in the morning. Cyrus Patterson has now cemented himself as a proper headliner. Chuffed to bits for him.
Yeah, great performance. I mean, you know, the aim is to unearth a star. Cyrus was just brilliant tonight. You know, one of the fights of the year. I know it was a WBA international fight, but still, for me, a great performance from Cyrus Patterson. Pat McCormack looked fantastic. Going to be a real standout star. Great wins for Hopi Price, stepping up the levels. Callum French back from 9 months out. Sol Dakers with a statement. Mark Dickinson looked great. Good win for Maisie, Rose, and Muhammad Ali making his debut. I thought he looked great.
Josh Buatsi has signed with Boxer. He's also parted ways with 258. He's sort of come out and he's so happy that he's fighting on Sky, etc. What do you make of it all?
Disappointed, really. I mean, kind of felt we've always had a great relationship with him. We've done a great job. We took him from British to European to world #1. Walked him into a well over £1 million payday to fight Dimitri Bivol, and he didn't want it. He's boxed on Sky his whole career, other than 2 fights. Yeah, just saw a young man up there that's been fed a load of bullshit and told what to say, and it was quite out of character for him, really. But honestly, I wish him all the best.
You spoke last week that you'd exercise the matching rights with him. Is there a process now, maybe legally, with that, or maybe they put in a higher offer? I mean, what is the whole situation?
We did exercise our matching rights on that, and we'll see what happens.
Does that sort of suggest that there could be further proceedings?
We'll see what happens.
DAZN is now on Sky, 429, as you sung to Andy previously. Just sort of talk about this was over the line. I asked Frank and he said, well, the same way that BT's on Sky and vice versa. Something that you've been working on for a while?
Of course. I mean, it was massive news, and it's so difficult for me to keep my mouth shut when you've got news like that. You know, DAZN is not necessarily designed to be an on-Sky platform, but they also acknowledge and understand that the wider the reach, the better for everybody. Now, via Sky on 429, you can watch DAZN, you can watch the AJ fight. It gives them the ability to do pay-per-view nights as well, and it's just huge. You know, you can get the most accessible app in boxing, of course, and probably in sport as well. You know, via your mobile, your smart TV, your laptop, Sky, Amazon. You can watch it everywhere, and it's a huge move for them.
Just to clear up a few things, I'm sure DAZN are going to come out with more in the next couple of weeks, but it's only available for people who pay for the $19.99
at the moment, or new subscribers. Yeah, so you can subscribe via DAZN on 429, or existing subscribers on the flexible. But the plan, of course, is to make sure that everybody can watch on Sky. I feel like the feedback has been in order for the tech to be up in place for the AJ fight. This was the route they had to take.
AJ card, we're expecting a sort of an announcement. I'm sort of guessing a little bit here. Bolotnik's put out a tweet tonight. I spoke to Craig last week. I think he hinted that there may be a few injuries. Is that fight off now?
Yes, he has a hand injury. That fight will be replaced by Amo Williams, which we will announce tomorrow along with the rest of the card. And Bolotniks will now fight on the Canelo card, actually, on May 6th in a fight against one of Eddie Reynoso's fighters.
He's had a slight touch there.
He has. He was very disappointed. His second pull out of that fight, and he's walked into a big one.
Cash Sagani we're expecting on that, and then Ammo versus River Wilson Benn was spoke about online. Is that the correct fight?
2 of those fights will be happening. Obviously, if they both come through, they will fight each other in a world title eliminator. Cash for the European title, and River Wilson Benn gets a massive opportunity for a British fighter on that card against Amo Williams.
I'm going to rattle through these as much as I can. May 27, are we looking at Wood Lara 2 perhaps?
Possibly. You're looking at Wood Lara, or you're looking at Lara against Warrington. Obviously, he's got the rematch, Lee Wood, and it looks like he's going to exercise that.
June 10, Dillian White rumoured to headline. Any idea who that would be against?
That's not true, but listen, could be. But the plan is to do a London show there with Felix Cash against Amo Williams, should they both come through on the AJ card.
Okay. June 10, I'm also hearing that Nina Hughes and Shannon Courtney would be on that card. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Fury-Usyk. Usyk's put out a tweet tonight sort of saying, look, the ball's in Tyson Fury's court. There's been so many stipulations on Fury's side. They've said there's a deadline now. They just want it done. sort of from an outside point of view, I said to you last week, 6 weeks to promote the first full belt undisputed title fight. Can it happen? From now, what you're hearing, what are your thoughts on it all?
No, I don't think you need the time to promote it. It's a big enough fight, but time to get ready. I mean, Tyson Fury physically doesn't look ready for 6 weeks, but he never has done, really. And he's proved everybody wrong before, so maybe he takes the fight. I think when you see a tweet like you saw tonight, kind of not a good sign, but anything's possible. I hope it gets made.
With the way that the belts could be fragmented with mandatories and sort of everything that goes on there, do you feel like this is the only opportunity to get that 4 belt claim?
Yeah, probably, but we've been there before.
Benn, Conor Benn, what's next for him? I mean, Sean Gibbons put out a tweet and said the ball's in your court now. I think we're looking at Abu Dhabi at the start of June. I asked you last week, you said Brook probably not a possibility for this fight. Has anything changed? Obviously, we've seen a lot of needle in the week.
Yeah, I said I'm going to catch up with Kel this week. It's a great fight, but I do feel like it's a UK fight. Manny Pacquiao, of course, wants the Conor Benn fight as well. I like the Eubank fight. You know, I mean, look, they can't stand each other. They're going back and forward at it on DMs and all sorts, and there's a huge amount of hatred there, which, as a promoter, makes me want to make that fight. But hopefully we can... Manny Pacquiao, Chris Eubank Jr. and Kell Brook.
One of the Americans I asked you about was Adrien Broner. He's just signed with Don King. Just your thoughts on that?
Wild. Yeah, no, it's not Adrien Broner.
Is that slightly sad, sort of, advisement-wise? Obviously, we know Broner's probably looking to secure the bag. Whether the bag will be secured at all with Don King.
You said that, not me. Lock your door tonight, son.
Miller has come out and called you a hypocrite. Just your thought?
Yeah, look, I don't really want to talk about Jarrell Miller, but if he said that, then what I will say is Jarrell Miller's failed multiple tests during different times of his career. I think the substance that he failed, I think he failed 2 or 3 tests for the AJ fight. He was injecting himself with supplements, whatever you want to call it, to enhance his physical abilities to fight AJ. And, you know, it's just how I feel.
De La Hoya has come out and slammed you this week for the John Ryder fight. I suppose sort of 2 in 1, really. He's also promoted a fight this week, Golden Boy, with Zurdo Ramirez coming 12 pounds overweight for the fight with Rizzo.
He called me an idiot for making the Dimitri Bivol fight because it was much too tough for Canelo Alvarez. And now he has to fight a mandatory in John Ryder, and it's not a very good fight. I mean, he should worry about, you know, Zurdo and particularly Jaime Munguia, because the matchmaking's awful.
Eddie, finally, Taylor Cameron, we've got the presser Monday in Dublin. Just how excited are you to finally deliver it for Katie Taylor?
Unbelievable. I mean, even Monday's going to be special, and we can't wait for May 20th. The card is looking sensational, and looking forward to seeing those two come face-to-face on Monday.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked do you feel?
I'm all right, mate. I'm an absolute fucking machine, to be honest with you.
Cheers, mate.